What's up, everybody? Welcome to some test drives today. We're doing pirates today. Is it pirates? Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope everybody's ready to see some really fast matches. We might probably do more than 5 matches today because of how fast this deck is and how fast it can probably win or flop depending on what we get into our opening hand here. But yeah, doing Grixis Pirates. The deck list or the deck tech went on the channel earlier today, and then the deck list is in the description as well. I think anyway, it might be the, let me see, it might be the vampire deck list here. Let me look, just in case. Wonder if it is the vampire deck list. No, it's the Izzet Pirates. Okay, good. Good deal, good deal. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Alright, cool. We can go real quickly. Here we have 4 Siren Storm Tamer, 4 Daring Buccaneer, which is a new card from Rivals. Really like it. It basically has the lore one kind of thing where you reveal a pirate card, or unless you pay 2 mana. You definitely want to be able to pay 1 mana for this, not 3. Fanatical Firebrand, which is really good, really flexible in this deck. 3 shock. Then we have 4 Chart of Course here. 4 Warkite Marauder, which this card I feel like is the kind of the underdog of the entire the deck here. It's amazing, honestly. In game 1, this can shut down Hazareth, this can shut down Yahinis, this can shut down any large creature you don't really like on your opponent's side of the field. And then we have 2 Carry Sev here, 4 Lightning Strike, 3 Captain Lannery Storm, 4 Stormfleet Sprinter. I feel like there probably should have been 1 more Lannery Storm and 3 Sprinter, but I like this list nonetheless. And 2 Unsummon for those pesky creatures that we don't like on the battlefield in the early matches here. Then in the sideboard here, we have kind of a control strategy. Here we have 2 Negate, 3 Lookout's Dispersal, 3 Abrade for those Godfarrow's Gifts and vehicle strategies, 3 Direfleet Daredevil to kind of help combat against a heavy removal strategy, 2 Protean Raiders, and then 2 Fiery Cannonade. Probably should have put Sweltering Suns here instead of Fiery Cannonade. That's probably a problem with this deck, especially against the mirror match. But I do like Fiery Cannonade in the Merfolk matchup especially, which is a matchup I've run into like more times than I can count now in testing. But this deck is a lot of fun. And yeah, let's get right into it, guys. Unmask, no Admiral's Order. I'm not a fan of that card because unless you're attacking in, they do it on that attack step. It really doesn't do anything. It's just a 3-mana counterspell, which is not bad, but it just being a 3-mana counterspell really just doesn't butter my biscuit, if you know what I'm saying. I would rather have a Lookout's Dispersal instead. Play first, yes. Opening hand here has 1 land for us. Marauder. We're not on the draw. This might be a mulligan. We do have a Storm Tamer and an Unsummon to slow down our opponent. Again, there are 22 lands in the deck here. Yeah, Admiral Order says no to settle, and that's about it. But of course, we have Lookout's Dispersal in the game too, so really not that bad. We're going to mulligan here. This is a lot better because of the 2 lands. Daring Buccaneer and Marauder with Chart of Course and Shock. I like this much better. Not as many pirates in the hand, but we still have utility here. I think we're fine. Mull to 3. Elliot, I'm not doing that. I am going to be going to the, hopefully the doctor today. That'd be fun. A Sprinter on top. Let's go for a bottom here. Get out an island and pass turn. Approximately 63% of drawing any land within 2 draws. Yeah. Alrighty here. Tap land, that's good for us. Getting into a mountain here. We're going to go for the Daring Buccaneer first. Reveal the Warkite Marauder. And pass turn. The reason is because this is Canyon Sluice. I'm assuming that a Fatal Push or a Shock is going to immediately kill whatever pirate we play first. Hit 6 for our opponent. Getting into 3 lands here is quite good. What I'm going to do now is get out the attacks. Do Chart of Course most likely. We do want to be careful in the early game here. Go for a Chart of Course. Hold up that mountain. Draw 2 cards. See if they have a counterspell. They do. Ooh. What do you got? Oh, Fatal Push. Okay, that's fine. No problem. Lannery Storm, no problem. Pass turn for our opponent here. I can hit 5 for the shock. Hold up the shock. We have another shock here. Let's go for a Lannery Storm. Haste, giving us a treasure token for another red mana, hopefully. Or a counter here. Essence Scatter. Okay. No problem. This might just be Grixis control. If that's the case, so we'll definitely want to board in the Lookout Dispersal and things like that. Hit 6 for our opponent. Spiral of Canal. Let's go for a Warkite Marauder here. Let's see if this is going to hit. 5 cards in hand. Haven't run into any control strategies at all today. This will be the first one for me. So if they have a Sweltering Suns, we're dead on board. We'll see what happens though. Or an Hour Devastation, that too. Let's see. Yeah, definitely want to watch out for board wipes here. Looks like opponent probably passing here, probably going for a Glimmer of Genius. Unclaimed Territory. Name Pirates. Let's go for attacks here. Get in for 4 if we can. Sweltering Suns, more like Swell Suns. That was dorky seconding. Dropping our opponent down to 14. Holding up the shocks for next turn. In phase Glimmer. Looks like it. There it is. Okay. Shocks might be the way to end the match for us against our opponent. What's up, Kieran? Just gotta see what we're gonna do here. 8 cards in hand. Getting out their 5th land, Drowned Catacomb. Looks like another pass here. Hello, Ambrose. Ooh, strike. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can get 11 points of damage this turn. Again, we're gonna hold up these spells here. Excuse me. Essence Extraction. Okay. Let's go for a strike here. 2 mana up for them. So they don't gain any extra life here. Going down to 12. Passing turn. Didn't get a chance to watch the deck tech. Is this more tempo or aggro? This is more aggro, Dare. I will be definitely doing a Grixis Pirate build next week. I think the Grixis Pirate build is a lot better this time around from Ixalan to Rivals. So, push here. Removal for days against this opponent. 4 mana getting in. No! I wanted to shock him. Not, Yes. I wanted to shock in response, not discard. I hit OK too quickly. That'll be a punt for me. Boop. Marauder once again. And of course they have the -3 on Ingrath. They can actually take control of our Marauder. How much of a miss? We just started Nightcrawler. This is definitely going to be probably a game loss for us because we are out of cards in hand. Opponent has used a lot of spells to slow us down. Already punt one. Oh, it's alright. It happens. Chandra. Yeah, got Chandra and Angrath out. This is probably going to be game for us. Let's see what our top deck is, and then we'll probably call it. Sprinter. Not bad. That does give me the ability to kill Angrath here. Had a gameplay question for you. Protean Raider versus, from Rivals. If you use it to clone a Scarab God, does your legendary rule come into play? Or if Party Raider dies as a Scarab God is returned. It dies as Party Raider. Elijah, I have faith in you, Taryn. Unless the ultimate Chandra. Yep, this is Grixis Friends. 5 cards in our opponent's hand. Thanks to 2 Glimmer of Geniuses there. Sprinter got me twice for a win on pre-release. Nice. Let's see what our opponent's going to do here. I would assume our opponent would want to negative, but if they negative, then they would still die unless they have another removal spell for another creature. Okay, so this might mean they have a Fatal Push or a Strike for the Marauder. Let's see, 4 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana. What is happening? Is this Torment of Hellfire? Another Angrath, gotcha. Yeah, that's going to be it for us. Let's go to concede here. Let's see. We want to bring in Direfleet Daredevil for sure. We want to bring in Negates and Lookout's Dispersal. Those are going to be the top cards to bring in against control here. Let's take out the Unsummons. We'll want to take out one Charter Course. Daring Buccaneer could be a card we could take out. But can all you guys please start playing Path of Metal Red and drive up the price in paper? Nice. Trying to think what else to take out here. Let's take out a Mountain to go to 21 lands. Take out a Sprinter. Marauder, it really doesn't help us here at all. So we're going to take 2 of those out. And take out a Shock. I think that's fine. Well, we could bring in the Shock here and take out another Marauder. Because we are boarding in 3 new creatures for Direfleet Daredevil. Praetorian Raider is also good if they have a Torrential Gearhulk. Let's see what happens here. It might be just a quick 2-0 for us. Control is going to be the hardest matchup for us. Especially Grixis Control. Let's see. Very fast hand for us. And we're on the play, so I think we're going to keep this one. Obviously, this isn't ideal as far as being able to be anti-control, but having lots of really great pieces here does help a lot. Pass turn. Pass turn. Black and Fatal Push. Spire Bluff Shock. Mountain, let's go for a Carry Zev here. And then just get in for 2. Wonder if Boros Aggro would run a 3/3 Vigilance 2-drop. Maybe. Want to make Boros Aggro, but I think it just bots the entire thing. Nah, you're fine, Kieran. I mean, Boros Aggro is very powerful. Got into a Sprinter here. Let's try for a Buccaneer again. And then a Firebrand. Nice. Very cool. Getting for 6 on turn 3. One has 8 cards in hand, 2 mana, going into 3. There's their fatal push color. Daredevil here. Cancel. Let's get in for attacks. Need another mana badly right now. Getting for 8 this turn. They're letting it happen. Down to 4. Alright, do they have a Sweltering Suns for the next turn? Drowned Catacombs. That is it. Nice. Clinch the game too with speed there. Alright. I still think we're good here as far as the cards we've chosen. So let's submit. On to game 3. Being on the play for us really does help us out. Being on the draw hurts us a lot. I do like this hand a bit more on the draw, so let's keep it. Yeah, speed is all you need against control. I agree with that. Opponent mulligan to 5 there. That does mean good things for us, especially in a control deck. Pro Tour ready? No, I'm not Pro Tour ready. Let's get a Siren here. Pass turn. Okay. I think this is the best build for aggro pirates. The mana for Reckless Pirates is kind of slow. Let's go for an island here. Go for a Buccaneer. Black mana is up for them, so they do have Fatal Push available. And we are tapping down a blue mana for the Storm Tamer. Yeah, there's a push coming in for the Buccaneer. Saw that coming. Let's get in for 1 point of damage here. Hazard on turn 3. Oh, I'm sorry, Anthony. Spire Bluff Canal there. There's the 3 mana requirements. And the Fatal Push coming in because our black mana is down. There it is. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. Keep in mind we have a Sprinter coming in on this turn. Let's go for a Firebrand here. Actually, we're going to do Firebrand then Charted Course. The reason is because we have the blue mana up. Dropping our opponent down to 17. Let's go Charted Course and see if they have a spell to counter this. Censor and then again negate. Let's see. What do they got here? A Braid to the Storm Tamer. Gotcha. No problem. Got into negate there. So if a turn 4 Chandra comes down here, we are completely tapped out. But we have Canyon Slough, nice, coming down for our opponent. Let's get out unclaimed territory here. Pirate. They have 3 mana up, so I'm assuming that they're going to have mana available to counter this spell here. We're still going to try either way. See what we can do. Spell Pierce is also a card that I've been kind of teetering with on the sideboard of these matches, especially against control. Oh! Opponent! You have 1 card in hand. Didn't have anything. Spire Bluff Canal would have been our next draw. Lightning Strike. And Siren Storm Tamer. Wow. We got it against control. That's good. Very good. Let's get into match 2. We could have held up the negate there for a turn 4, but our opponent had 1 card in hand and was top decking, so they didn't have much faith there. Play first? Yes. Arg, that'd be a win. It's true. Opening hand here, 2 Buccaneers and a Carry Zev. This will be a keep for us. 2 scoops of salt. Alright, opponent, we're going first. Let's go for a mountain here. Cast a Buccaneer. Get that out. Pass turn. Wish Buccaneer had haste. Card would be insane if it had haste. Inspiring Vantage. Shock. Magma Spray. What am I looking at? Toolcraft Exemplar. Oh, okay. Marauder here. We could go for a... I feel like Carry Zev is pretty fair to do this turn. Getting in for 2 here. They can't block it unless they want to, but they're just going to lose their creature. Getting in for 2. There we go. Very nice. Why? Aww. Having the same problem we did yesterday where we had early scoops. Might have been Marty vehicles there, but it doesn't matter. They scooped. Making me mad. Big Goblin God of Bad Haste? Yeah. Jansfix, sometimes the opponents get salty. Also, a lot of people are doing deck testing, and they, if they know that we're streaming, they sometimes will not play against us. Should you make a Jackal deck? A Gruul Jackal deck is fun. Up to you, though. This will be a mulligan for us, sadly. Let's go for a mulligan. We're on the draw, and we have a scry now. It might be worth it to keep. Let's keep it and see. Are we rewarded? Come on. Opponent mulligan to 6 as well. Yes, on top. Sweet. White man. How was first game? We went up against Grixis Control, Thomas, and we actually beat it in the third game there. Spybluff can now hear, and we could go for an unsummon. We're going to wait, though. This might be the Hotley deck we faced yesterday, the Bant Hotley deck. We'll see what happens. People can't handle them pirates, I agree. The worst thing that I've found that this deck obviously falters to the most is Authority of the Consoles. Here is an Anointed Priest here. Let's go for an early game bounce on the Priest. Just for some tempo. Kind of want to make a horse/travel deck. Horse deck, I mean, not bad. Not a bad deck, honestly. Let's go for a mountain here. And get out a Marauder. There we go. Hope we get into another mana this next draw. What's up, Bobby? We're doing pretty good. Got a win under our belt so far against Grixis Control. Or Grixis Super Friends. And now we're up against maybe the Hotley Bant Reanimator deck. We'll see what happens. Evolving Wilds. Cracking it, I would assume going for a blue mana. Another Anointed Priest coming down, of course. We don't want to block the Sacred Cat, obviously. Nope. Alright, give me a mana. Come on with that draw. Aw. Deck doesn't love me today. Let's get in for 2 points of damage in the air. Getting in for 2 points in the air, and then we're going to shock the Anointer Priest. Because it is a 0-1 at the moment. Warcat Marauder really does help, especially if they get into the Adorned Pouncers when they reanimate them or would eternalize them. So with all the bannings, which decks are you guys thinking we're going to see do well at Pro Tour? I think Merfolk are probably going to be there in some capacity. I think Energy is still great. I think Red Deck Wins is still amazing. Removing those two cards really doesn't hurt the metagame. It just hurts the percentages at which they will be matched up against like token-based strategies. I think Godfrey's Gift is still really good. We'll see what happens, though. Yeah, first play we're going to do here, if we get into mana this next turn, would be a Lannery Storm. Hidden Stockpile. Nice. Two cards in our opponent's hand. 2 more mana. Getting out Adorned Pouncer, maybe? Yeah, the next PT is a modern PT. Did Godfrey's Gift get anything in Rivals? Yeah, Azor is really the only card that I can think of. Ooh, 2 hidden stockpiles here. Interesting. Opponent getting in for 1 point of damage here. Nice. Unclaimed territory. There we go. Let's go for a Captain Lannery Storm. What's up, Josh? Get in for 4. That's fine. Awesome. Of course, the downside to what we have in our hand is Lannery Storm is a legendary, so we can't play a second one. But we can get the Storm Fleet out and swing again and then have a Lightning Strike available to us. I like to be conservative with the treasures in the early game here. Point it down to 16. They have 2 cards in hand, so they really need to get their situation going. I'm assuming they're going to sack the Sacred Cat here because we really don't care about the 1 point of damage. Azor more in the approach deck, I assume, would be nicer. Yeah, I agree that Azor is probably better in the approach deck. Yep, they're going to get it for 1, gain a life, and then sack this for a scry to get 2 of their tokens going. Makes sense to me. This is a situation where Fiery Cannonade is coming in from the sideboard. Ooh, an Order Priest here coming in. Makes sense. Of course, again, the hidden stockpile only triggers on their instep, not our instep. So, I'm assuming they're going to sack the Sacred Cat here. Yep, gaining some life. We'll be sure to Lightning Strike the Anointer Priest here next turn. Sick music, Song of Storms is my jam. Nice, Ezra. Yeah, I love me some Zelda music. Alright, in turn here. Of course, they're going to gain some life thanks to Anointer Priest. 1 card in hand, though, keep in mind. They really don't have any tempo going forward. We have Shock here. Very nice. Let's go for a Stormfleet Sprinter. Can use that instead of the Lightning Strike. Keep in mind, if they do try to double block the Lannery Storm, we're going to want to kill a Servo from that instead. Alright. We might not actually do that because of the second Lannery Storm in our hand, honestly, if they feel like double blocking. Let's see what they do. Okay. So they do want to double block. That's good news for us. So we do lose Lannery Storm, but we have another in our hand. They have 1 card in their hand as well. And now we're going to shock the Anointer Priest here. Removing that from the game. Keep in mind they have Sacred Cat in their graveyard, so they do have some longevity and flexibility next turn. But again, we're just pressing our advantage over and over again. And without life gain from Anointer Priest, they're really going to be in trouble. I would assume a Anointed Procession this turn. They might have a cast out, though. We'll see what happens. Or a Sweltering, not Sweltering, Settle the Wreckage. Ooh, Renegade map, okay. 1 more card in hand. Playing out a Sheffet Dunes, so no cards in hand. So they're going to have to play out the Sacred Cat. There it is. Let's see if they want to sack it for a Scry. I would sack for a Scry for the 2 tokens, but that's me. Doesn't look like they're going to do that. They're thinking about it, though. They didn't. Wow. Very strange. Let's go for a Lannery Storm here, and then also sack the treasure for the Fanatical Firebrand. Very nice. Getting a +1 here on the Lannery Storm. Again, I feel like the Hidden Stockpile deck just does not do well against this Pirate strategy. Obviously, the Warkite Marauder, when we attack in, it's going to turn into a 0/1, so it can't hurt anything. So, very good. Marauder is I would say, the underdog of the entire deck here. It's such a fantastic card for us. It really does mean we can attack out turn over turn without even really dealing with anything. No competitive Dino list out yet are there yet? I will have a Dino list tomorrow. Alright, they're going to block the Lannery Storm. And then they're going to pray that they top deck into a Fumigate, I would assume. Yeah, Hidden Stockpile Scry. Link. Opponent is down to 11 here. Let's see if they top deck into a Fumigate. We're going to hit 6 to pay our respects. Renegade map. Okay. That does mean they get a revolt trigger. So again, they will be able to get 2 servos. 2 cards in their hand now. Playing out the swamp they just got. Ooh, looks like they're passing turn, just getting those 2 creatures. Or 2 servos. Another Fanatical Firebrand here. Again, we're just going to be pressing our advantage. Attacking out here. Making 1-0-1. And then I would assume that they would want to block the Lannery Storm once again. Settle the wreckage, you think? If it's a settle, it's really going to hurt us. Doesn't look like it's a settle. Okay, they're going to try and go for a Fanatical Firebrand here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going in. They're going to drop to 6, 7, 8, 9. I am okay with this trade because that does mean that the hidden stockpile goes off, or doesn't go off again. Sure. Hey, Tyrion, how about a ramp deck with Indomitable Creativity to get 2 to 3 Register Alphas and Gothas on table at once? That sounds ridiculous, and maybe in the future. Hidden Stockpile Scry, of course. And then these 2 are just going to trade. Another Hidden Stockpile Scry. Interesting that they did want to do that. I guess they're really trying to get into a removal spell here. Opponent is at 6. So now we're going to try and represent Settle the Wreckage for the next turn, unless they get into a Fumigate this turn. 2 cards in hand. Do they get it? They're going to lose the life by casting Fumigate. They're going to gain 5 life, though. Go up to 11, then lose the life, go to 10. They got into a Plains. Is that game? Fumigate. Cast out. Is this Fumigate? What is it? Chefed Dudes. Oh, they're just going to get a they're going to get a trigger here. Gotcha. Because of the revolt trigger. Smart. 3 mana up, though. That does mean that they don't have Settle the Wreckage or Fumigate. They may have a impeccable timing. One, two, three, four, 5. We're just going to attack out with the 3 here. And then use the Firebrands to put direct damage. Obviously, they can't block the 2/2 here. So as soon as the 2/2 does its damage to putting them to 4, we'll be able to ping them for the rest of it. Unless the opponent has a Fatal Push for a Marauder. Doesn't look like it. Wow. What's the opponent have here? Impeccable timing? Hidden Stockpile Scry? Obviously they're not they don't think they're dead on board, so. But I mean, we can sack these and do direct damage. So strange. Wow, okay. We're just not going to play the strike then. Yeah, that's it. Let's go to game 2 here. All right. Lookout's Dispersal is going to be a good card here, good blowout card for our opponent. Direfleet, Daredevil might be good against a Fatal Push. Let's bring out the... again, the Marauders are fantastic for this particular matchup. I think Carry Zev isn't as good in this matchup because of the servos. I don't like Abrade that much. Protean Raider's not that great. Cannonade is amazing. And Negate is good against blowouts. Probably thought it was creature only. That's true, Josh. Yeah, Fire Cannonade's definitely coming in against the servos. We're going to sort this real quick. Gotta get rid of 8 cards here. Let's take out a Stormfleet Sprinter. Let's take out the Unsummons. I don't think they're as useful in this particular matchup. They're useful, but they're not, like, amazing. I do like Buccaneer. I do like Firebrands. Shock's okay. Daredevil's okay. Strikes are okay. This is going to be a hard thing to take out. Let's take out 1 Charter Course. Let's take out a Shock, a Tamer, a land, 1 more card to get to that 60. 1 Marauder. Actually, let's keep a Marauder in. Take a Tamer out. Submit. Have you thought of putting in 1 or 2 Drakes in just for a sideboard finisher? Not really, James. I do think that the sideboard does need something else. I think maybe Hazaret instead of the Protean Raider. What's up, Bert? Wow, I just looked at we're at 230 watching. What's up, guys? If you're new to the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, if you want to see more like this, there's definitely a lot more on the channel for you to look at. We have Strike, Shock, Marauder. I like this because we can actually get rid of some early game tempo with the Marauder, of course with Shock and Strike as well, and we're on the draw, so this will be key for us. Smash that like button. I'm just kidding, guys. You can do whatever you want. Evolving Wilds in their turn, that's good for us. 6 cards in their hand. Going for a swamp here. Let's go for a Spiral Left Canal. Got into a Daring Buccaneer. We're going to get that out. Fantastic pass turn. Right, we have the Dinosaur deck coming tomorrow. So if you're interested in that, it's coming tomorrow. Monday was Vampires. Monday was Merfolk. Tuesday was Vampires. And then today is Pirates. Tomorrow will be Dinosaurs. And of course, Fridays are Fan Fridays. If you guys want to submit fan decks, you can always do that on our Facebook page or tweet them at me on Twitter. Superhero Tama right above me, or MTGO Traders. And yeah, we have some fun on Fridays. Yeah, no trading in Arena, so yeah, it's very odd for move there. Mountain here for us. I do think getting out some more tempo with the Buccaneers great. And then let's just continue to press in with our 2/2 here. If they decide to block it, we're just going to shock the Norter Priest. Let's just put them behind. Let's see what they're going to do. Ooh, they block. Let's go for a shock to the Priest here. Doesn't mean their turn 2 is basically pointless. And we have 4 power on the board. They were tapped out, so they don't have any Fatal Push Revolt triggers or Hidden Stockpile triggers. Another Priest coming in. Not bad, not bad. We have Strike in hand. They didn't use their... or they tapped down their swamp, so that does mean that Fatal Push is out of the realm of possibility this turn. Let's go for Spiral Bluff Canal here. I think Marauder is actually the play here. The reason is because we don't want to get 2 priests into the graveyard just yet when they get into 4 mana on the next turn. So having them block one of the 2/2s here is fine. Building out the board state is better for me. Their crafting system is wild cards. You open a wild card in common. They let you choose the uncommon. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, every time I look into Arena, it makes me scratch my head. So. Four cards in opponent's hand, getting into 5. They have 3 mana, going into 4 now. Procession, there it is. That's what I was afraid of. Let's go for an island here. Yep. They're going to block, and obviously the North Priest is going to go to the graveyard. Having the Marauders, though, here is really going to help us to make sure we can get through the Anointed Priests that come back as tokens. So, however, the life gain is going to be annoying. I'm going to hold the strike for a little bit on Mask. I do think striking the face is a good idea, but... Yep, Anointed Priest here, getting, yeah, lots of life. Going to 18. Getting out a land here, then going for an attack. Let's get rid of this one right here, and then obviously they may double block a Buccaneer here. We're going to strike if they do. Looks like no blocks. Let's go for main phase 2 here and go for a draw of the chart of course. If we get into Fire Candidate, we're in business. There it is. We do get to kill one, obviously. Got too excited there. We should have done Sweltering Sun. Not Sweltering Suns, but we should have waited. Kind of wasted that. This is coming back now. 20 life. Sacred Cat. Yeah, that was definitely a punt on Mask. For sure. Yep, did our list here. Got excited. I do still feel that we're doing pretty well. Let's go for a Stormfleet Sprinter here. Storm Tamer. Keep in mind, Storm Tamer cannot be blocked, and we have a flyer, so we're getting in for 4 damage this turn. They're going to block here. No problem. They're going to gain a life, obviously. And that can come back as well. Some good counter strategy for tokens. There is a lot of board wipe in the format right now, so I do feel that we'll be doing fine. Let's see here. Opponent's finally going off this turn. Before going for another Annoying Procession, maybe? Ooh, Legion's Landing. Gotcha. They're going to get a Legion's Landing flip here if they attack out. Yep, opponent's going off this turn. 47 life. Let's go for a strike on the one of the priests here. Having another fire candidate in our deck is a good idea, so we still have a way to clear the board. Not too worried about. But yeah, I do agree that in retrospect, Sweltering Suns is a better card than Fire Candidate, especially for this particular matchup. Alright. Holding back 2/2s here. 2 in the air, 1 unblockable. Yeah, Candidate's going to be the card that we really need now. If we don't get into it in this top deck, I'm going to concede and go to game 3. Definitely should have waited on that fiery candidate that we used. It was not the proper time to use it. Okay. Really concerned with the Frost unban with all the lifelink and life gain mechanics standing right now. That's true. Zaka. How about conceding? Yeah, I just said that. I just said that. Yeah, Sweltering Suns blows your own board. That's true. All right. Looks like opponent is skipping their turn. No attacks. Got into a charter course here. Nice. There we go. Very good. Very good. Obviously, they have Adonto, so they can continue to make 1/1s. So I do think we're just going to concede here. Let's go to game 2 here. Can't win against that life gain there. Let's see. I feel like Unsummoned is probably a card we need to bring in here. Over some shocks. That does help the give us the ability to kill those tokens. A Braid can also come in too. Let's help do some extra damage. Let's take out the Storm Tamers. Then probably take out one Daredevil. Yeah, it's like 6 mana shot to swap life totals. How many creatures we have here? 8. Okay. I do think bringing Carrie Zev in is actually quite good again. So let's bring those in. Take out one Daredevil, one Braid, and one Marauder. Smith. Unsummon is really good for us because it bounces the tokens. Play first, yes. So if they do get to reanimate, we still get to have the ability to bounce their tokens. This is not that great of a hand, honestly. Being on the play, we're gonna mulligan here. Still not that great of a hand. One more time. Sure, I'll take it. Bottom that. Go for a mountain pass. Ban magic. We just wanted balance, James. That's all we wanted. Evolving Wilds here. Spire Bluff really helps us. Let's go for a Carrie Zev. Pass turn. So negate does mean on a turn 4, we definitely want to get rid of a Noni Procession as quickly as possible. Ban all lands. Oh, man. Hidden Stockpile. Nope. Anointed Priest. Okay. Sprinter here. Let's go for that. And then get in for attacks. What is that seconding? Yu-Gi-Oh! I like Yu-Gi-Oh! I grew up with that, honestly. Blocking a Ragavan here would be a good idea. Getting in for 3. Yeah, we're definitely holding the gate for Anointed Procession. Nothing for the turn. Fire Cannonade in hand. Let's go for attacks. There it goes. Oh man, we're listening to this is a remix of a song from Zelda. Yeah, Ballad of the Windfish, and it's like turned into a like a Japanese anime song. All right. Decent hand for all of the cards we're having to deal with against us. Let's see what they have on turn 4 here. No blocks this turn. Very strange. All right. 7 cards in hand. 4 mana. Are they passing? What are they doing? Looks like another pass. Interesting. Lightning Strike in hand. We're going to continue to keep our negate up. And then just attack out. Settle? Yeah, we got to get rid of that. So that does mean that Ignore Obsession does happen. However, we have Fire Cannonade in hand, Strike, and a Braid. And our opponent is taking significant damage, and they're going down to 9. So I feel like we should be fine. Minotaur Tribal isn't bad. It might even be stronger now. Yeah, we do have Angrath in the format now, so I'm going to try and do a Minotaur Tribal deck as soon as possible. That'll be fun. Dropping our opponent down to 9. That's true. Unmasked, we could have done that for sure. Chef at Dunes here. 5 cards in their hand. Another strike here. Do they have another settle? Let's go for Stormfleet only. Can't block it. Alright, if they don't have anything for the next turn, we're just going to attack again, then strike, strike. That should be it. Ooh, opponent passing again. They're really going to try and hold up that settle. Really trying to bluff that. Combat. 2 more. Ooh, they let it happen. We're going to go for a chart first. Getting into a mountain here. All right. End of turn for opponent. Their turn. Got into the land there. Legion's Landing, okay. A Braid, or we just let that happen? I think we just let that happen. They do gain a life from that. But we have enough power on the battlefield and strikes in hand to have that not matter. Very close, though. Looking like a pass. Yep. Main phase 2. What you got? In phase, we're going to strike you. Four cards in hand. I just don't know what they would have. Cody! Hey, Chair, what's up? Haven't caught you live in a while. Hope all is well. I'm doing good. Mouse in here. Well, let's strike. Do we have it? We have a braid up on the stack. That's it. Nice. GG. Played that one a little safe, but we ended up with a win on that match. Let's get into match 3 here. Very good. How's my birthday? Oh, it's pretty good. I broke my phone, though, sadly. I have a Pixel 2 XL, and I broke it on, like, I slipped on black ice because it's snowing and icy outside. And I was on the phone, and I slipped and dropped it and broke it. Thank goodness for insurance, though. Should be fine. Let's see here. We have a decent hand. Gonna keep. We're also on the draw. Alrighty. Opponent mulligan to 6 there. I broke my phone, Kieran, so no big, it's not a big deal, but it did upset me at the time. All right, Mountain here for our opponent. Let's go for a Storm Timer. Ooh, Consulate Dreadnought. This could be the red-white aggro with the... What is that card? Whether you can crew vehicles. Storm Tamer here. Let's go for that. And pass turn. Snow. Gotta love it. I like snow. I like snow a lot. You know, it's been icy and snowy, so it's just been kind of terrible to go outside. I agree, Elliot. If they just kind of overhaul the UI of just MTGO itself, I feel like that that'd be fine. What's up, Douglas? Okay. Peace Walk Colossus, maybe. Opponent has 4 cards in hand, 2 mana. Looks like they're going to pass, though. Got into a charted course here. Let's go for a... Cancel first. Let's go for attacks first. Alright, no blocks, obviously. Getting opponent damage in. Let's go for a Storm Tamer. And hold up a shock. For maybe a Toolcraft Exemplar on the next turn. If they play a white mana. If we do not get into mana this next turn, we're definitely going to chart a course. That's going to be the goal. Aether Hub here coming in. I know a ton of people that play Magic that have no interest in MTGO because they'd have to buy so much stuff on there or grind their butt off first. I mean, Zacadine, really, it is a lot cheaper, especially for me. Like, I had a lot of paper cards just sitting around, and I traded them in for credit for MTGO traders. And then I just had a collection on MTGO at that point, so it really is nice. Moto stands for MTGO, yeah. Four cards on opponent's hand. Let's see here. You're going to crew the Dreadnought? Renegade Freighter. Okay. Very interesting. We're going to use a shock here on the instep. Magic Online with digital objects, yeah. You're a paper person? I understand that. I love Dunder Mifflin too. Problem with that, Tyrion, is that selling your physical cards mean not playing physical and really shouldn't have to be the case. I got you. Unsummon here. Yeah, we're going to go for a charter course after attacks. Very sad, but we need the mana. Let's get in for 2. Drop our opponent down to 15. Could be a Colossus deck here. Maybe a Peace Walker Colossus deck. See what happens. Cracked a foil Carnage Tyrant at pre-release. Nice, Douglas. I do think that card has something to prove this particular Pro Tour season. Spire Bluff Canal, very nice. And we have an unsummon available to us for whenever they crew something. So I think we're doing good. Adam, I love it. I use it every day on stream. So, and for testing, all that kind of stuff. Siege modification. Yeah, we're definitely using unsummon right now. What's the dual land you have out? I don't think there was a red-black duel that didn't come in tapped. Spire Bluff Canal was printed in Kaladesh, so that is absolutely within standard limits. We're going to bounce the Colossal Dreadnought here. Getting in for 10 first strike. Just, you can't do that. But yeah, that's the only one that's decent right now. Blue-red in standard at the moment. Yeah, that was kind of mean, but there's really nothing we could do. Like, we had to do that. Let's go for a Lannery Storm here. Now, if they have another siege modification, obviously they can do it to this one right here. But we'll see what happens. Getting in for some attacks. Ban the Kaladesh cards. Oh, man. Now, when I made that ban energy, like, video, I was talking about specifically, like, a Tune with Aether, Rogue Refiner. Specific card examples. I wasn't talking about the entire format, obviously. Some people took it that way, though. I do think Whirler Virtuoso still being in standard is going to be a big headache for a lot of people, because Whirler is still a very good card, you know, even without the other cards. So you're going to see a lot more of the Artificer decks come into play, especially in the format. So I'm not really sure if people are going to be upset about that or not, but I know it is going to annoy a lot of people. Getting in for 4 here, dropping our opponent to 11. X-Mage is proven well with Solitaire. Also well to set up 2 clients. Yeah, that's true. X-Mage is okay. For me, every time I play X-Mage, I run into an issue, and I just give up in frustration. I like the stability, even though it's not as stable as you would think it would be. But I like the stability of MTGO a lot. They banned Thoughtseize too, didn't they? Thoughtseize is not in standard at the moment, Jack. Start your engines. Getting in for 7 this turn. Ouch. We win this next turn because we have 6 in our hand. As far as damage, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we sack the other treasure on the field, so that's 11. You like this? You dislike Dismay as you're playing other people. Gotcha. So only testing. I see. All right. The answer to OP decks are to make more OP decks. I can kind of agree with that sentiment, but at the same time, it does make it difficult whenever some of the stuff that's OP just, you know, takes over a format. We're going to strike on turn 5. We're going to win. There you go. There's the GGs. 2 +1/+1 or +1/+0s on Lannery Storm there. Getting in for 4, 5, 6. That's 12. -1. Fake news.mtg. Nice. Let's go to sideboard here. Into game 2. Aw, come on. Come on, opponent. Be salty. They knew we have a Braids in the sideboard, that's why. We're going to count that one. I feel good about that one. Play lobby. Alright, match 4. I think they should unban Marvel. I don't know. There's a lot of dinosaurs right now, Josh, that are pretty scary. Ban sideboards. Oh, look at this hand! Yes. I should have like something that like a little popper thing, like a birthday popper. Every time we get a no land hand. This is just it's scrumptious. Mulligan. There we go. A little bit better. Not great though. Will be a keep though. bottom the mountain there. Ban all lands. Did you see the hand I just had? I could get behind banning sideboards. Oh no. That would make the matchups even worse. Stream counter next to punts. No land mulligans. Yeah. I should probably do that, David. That'd be a fun idea. Would banning sideboards mean wish cards must get cards from your collection? It's true. Unsummon here. Let's go for a mountain pass turn. This is going to be a very slow build up here. If we're up against Merfolk, we might be okay because of our removal suite in our hand. Nope, we have a mountain here to deal with. So maybe Gruul Dinosaurs? Come on, land. Nope. Okay. Alright, well, we're going to see what happens, but I do feel a loss coming on thanks to our awkward hand. What do you think of the background chess issue? What is that, Flutter? Background check. Oh, background check issue. I thought you said chess. I mean, all the other trading card games do that, so, I mean, I think it's okay. Especially now that's official. And background checks don't, you know, cost that much, honestly. It's also like an annual thing, so. Pirates. Let's go for a Stormfleet. Blue. Are you going to be doing Rakdos discard deck because I went 4-0 at a F&M? Could send you the deck list. Nuka, if you want to send me that, that's awesome. I definitely have the Facebook group there for that, or you can tweet about me at Twitter. Okay. Alrighty. Deathcord Scavenger here. Savage Stomp. Pretty good. Does make it a 4-3, so Lightning Strike is coming its way. Absolutely. So yeah, we are playing up against Gruul Dinosaurs here. Warcut Marauder. Let's go for a strike on this turn, and then do a Storm Tamer. Okay. Yeah, I think there's no restriction on the number of copies of cards, so I can play a deck of Legion Conquistadors. Isn't there a card? Isn't it a rat that says you can have any number of copies in the deck? That kind of bends around that. Ooh, Alpha. That's annoying. Well, we have 3 ways to deal with it. Strike, shock to the Alpha, and then unsummon to the dinosaur token. Yeah, this awkward hand really does make it the worst. Or we could go for a Marauder. Let's go for a Marauder here. And then whenever we attack out this next turn, we can shock the Alpha and unsummon the dinosaur token. Sewer rats. That's what I was thinking of, Joshua. Thank you. Tokens look great. MTG Goldfish did a stream with Hotly. Pretty fire. Yeah, that was the Bant deck list, right, C-Daddy? Let's see. Flutter, how'd you say the price of cards and such MTGO stands up to paper and play in paper? I play a lot of paper and put a good bit of money into it, but would like to have both a platform I could play whenever I want from home. That's something that I can use to test. Again, if you look at like online prices on MTG Traders or MTG Goldfish, it's always cheaper to play online. Now in Standard, it's a little bit closer to parity. Not a lot. There's usually like a $50 to $60 difference depending on what cards, how rare, that kind of stuff. And it's always more expensive at the start of a format than it is any other time. So Taryn, love that you pronounce hotly, hotly. How do you pronounce it? Huatli? Is that how you pronounce it? But yeah, if you're wanting to play older formats though, like Legacy, Vintage, even in Commander, you can like get some serious value on MTGO. Savage Stomp for the Marauder. That does hurt us here. God. Let's see. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Going to 15 here. Yeah, we've lost this one for sure. Not getting into mana. Having an awkward opening hand. Yep. Concede. Let's go to game 2 here. Sideboard? Alright, so Protean's Raider is actually a fun card for this particular matchup. Cannonade's not great. Dispersal's kind of good. Brady's not good. Direfleet Daredevil could be okay if they had a good removal, but because they have cards like Savage Stomp, it really doesn't help us a lot. So we're definitely bringing those cards in. I do want to take out probably the one Buccaneer. Marauder is fantastic in this matchup. Let's take out a Sprinter. Karizev is okay in this matchup. Not amazing. Firebrand is also okay. We're going to take one out. Let's take out a Mountain here. Bye, Gizmo. Let's see here. One more card to get rid of. Let's get rid of a Shock. I think that's okay. Hit submit. That stomp was savage. You're right, C-Daddy. It was. Play first? Yes. Time to get back to work. I'll see you, Douglas. Enjoy your day. Hope you have a great day. We have Karizev an opening hand. Three drops here, but I think we'll be okay thanks to us having the 2 lands and a Charter Course here. Let's see what our opponent's going to do. Don't feast Gizmo after midnight. Yeah, it's true. Okay, so what was it? What was that from? It was like you know, the saying is like, you know, don't feed the oh, what is it? Is it not a troll? Whatever. Don't feed Gizmo after midnight. And then it's just like, well, when can you feed him? Because it's technically always after midnight. You know? Is it? Do you mean like after midnight, as in like, is it like, you know, midnight to 6 a.m. or midnight to 8 a.m.? Don't feed between that area. Gremlin. That's what I'm thinking of. Sorry. I feel like I'm doing something wrong because everyone's like, gotta go back to work. I'm here working instead of working. I'm here watching instead of working. Ah, it's whatever. When the sun comes back up. So dawn. That's what you're saying, right? Okay. Alright, land. Nope. We're going to a Lookout Dispersal, though. Let's go for a Karizev pass turn. Would like Karizev to last the turn so we can go for a Charter Course next turn, unless we get into a land. If we get into a land, we'll be fine because of Captain Lannery Storm. Getting at 6 for our opponent. A Braid. There it is. Alright. Yep, gotta go for a Charter Course here. Getting rid of a Lannery Storm for sure. No land. Wow. Okay. Pass turn. Just don't ever feed them after your first midnight with them. They can transform their dive. They can't transform their dive starvation. It's probably true. All right, come on, deck. This is the first time you floundered on us. Here's an island. There we go. Let's go for a Lannery Storm here. A Braid? Magma Spray. Jeez. Removal Suite. Come on. Raptor coming in here. Alright, tap down. We could probably go for a Captain Lannery Storm and then into an Unsummon for the Raptor. Let's see what happens though. 3 cards in their hand. All right. Well, midnight is 12 a.m., right? That's what I would think. All right. I feel like I should probably get back to work, too. But when you work IT, you have the luxury of ignoring these feelings. Jansen. I worked at a social media marketing company for a few years, and I can totally agree with you. All right. Okay, Lannery Storm. That's what we want to do. Let's go for attacks here. Bounce, Raptor. Get some extra damage in for 3. Hope they don't have removal. Obviously, they're just going to replay Raptor, so there's really nothing we can do about that. But we can trade with a Shock and a pumped Lannery Storm. So let's see what happens. Is it Pirates? Never thought of running that. AA, yes it is. The deck list is in the description if you want to check it out. Ooh, there we go. Okay, here. We could go for a Lookout's Dispersal. Up. Obviously, we need 3 mana to do that. Because if we play out the Sprinter here, I do have the fear that... Let's see if our opponent's going to block. They want to. Yep. Going to be able to kill the Raptor here. No problem. Would love to play out a Sprinter here, but we need to keep up the Lookout's Dispersal. So, having 6 cards in hand really does mean that a Registrar Alpha could come out this turn. Getting into their 7th here now. Drover of the Mighty. Not too afraid of that, honestly. Okay. Another Lookout's Dispersal here. Yeah, we need to pass again. Does Jade Light actually work in Energy? I have mine on pre-order, but I was using them for Explorer. I'm not sure about Energy, but I love it for most decks that really have a low mana curve. Or not a low mana curve, but a low, like a lot less land in their deck. Getting in for 1 here. Opponent is probably telegraphing that they know that we have counter in our hand, which is to be understandable. Let's see. Huntmaster. Again, I'm okay with this play. There we go. The problem that we have now is if we play out a Sprinter and it dies, we'll be up a creek as far as having a creature not be able to come in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, again with the pass. This is not looking good on our part. Probably going to be a loss for us here. Just because of the awkward hand on game 1 and then the awkward draws in game 2. Getting in for 1 here. They haven't played a land yet, so they haven't drawn into land, so that's good for us. I am kind of assuming a Registrar Alpha here maybe, or another creature. Another Trover, okay. Marauder here is pretty good because that does mean we have Lookout's Dispersal up. Either way. Turning way off subject, but have you seen Bright on Netflix? I have not seen Bright yet, C Daddy, but I just finished Devilman Crybaby last night. Which feels like the most pretentious anime I've seen in a long time. It's like the Wes Anderson of anime. It's like people love it. I'm just like, I mean, it's alright. Yeah, there's the Magma Spray. Knew they had that. We still have Lookout's Dispersal up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Ate some weird English egg salad sandwich. Ooh, I could go for a tuna salad sandwich. Is it the best version of this deck? Shane, there are so many ways to build this deck. I personally think that Grixis might be better. I do have a version of that coming out next week for the deck lists. But I do think Izzet is very good. Especially if you have a really amazing opening hand in game 1. Here's an alpha. Yeah, we're going to go with a Lookout's Dispersal here. Bright isn't an anime. No, it's a movie with Will Smith in it. Oh, we didn't want to use the we wanted to use the Lookout's Dispersal for the dinosaur, not the removal spell for the Marauder. It wasn't as useful to us. I wouldn't say Devil Men is pretentious. It's only philosophical messages. Yo, humans. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, the way it's animated, the way the plot is constructed, it's very, I would say, disjointed. The moment-to-moment dialogue, like, is very random. Like, it's like these aren't human beings talking to each other. It's just kind of all over the place, honestly. Let's go for a Sprinter here. I like that idea. I really do want to watch Bright, though. I think that'll be fun. A fun watch. Let's get into the Sprinter here. Is there anything about the viability of the big red strategy in the standard meta? I like Rekindling Phoenix. Might be an addition that makes us for a strong deck. A Braid here. Again, we're going to hold up the Lookout's Dispersal because we don't want to get any more dinosaurs on the board. So whenever they remove our creatures, they're just one-for-1ing our hands, and I think that's fine. Speaking of anime, the Death Note movie was better than I thought it would be. I mean, it was bad, but it was better than expected. Josh, I agree with you. That movie wasn't terrible. I was like, this movie is like fun and kind of watchable. But it wasn't like a Death Note, you know. It wasn't that movie. Opponent has 4 cards in hand. Getting in for 3 here. All right. Let's get out another Sprinter here. Sprinter! I agree it was okay to watch. I just hate how angry L acted toward it in it. Yeah, he wasn't even L. I agree. He was just kind of he was just a character. Anytime there's a movie adaptation of anime, I'm just like, I mean, it's not going to be good, but it might be enjoyable. You never know. We'll all watch Taryn stream shirtless if Taryn goes shirtless. No, I'm okay. Ooh, Stomp. I think all he has in his hand is removal. You got a Rip Draw here? Nope. Just getting in for 4. Like, the plot premise is kind of the same, but it's very different. Yeah, that's true. Cory in the House is my favorite anime. Yo, Cory in the House. I can get down with that. Islands, Tamer. Pass. You playing the anti-snap caster in the deck? It's not in the deck right now. Currently, it's in the sideboard. So if we do make it out of this alive, we will be putting it into the main board. But I'm thinking this is going to be a loss for us. Sheltered Thicket Cycle. Hash up Oasis. 4 cards in hand. Again, getting in for 4. Going down to 6. Interesting way to lose the game here with Drovers. Death by 1,000 cuts it is. It's true. Another Savage Stomp. Jesus Christ. No. See, now we're out of gas. Out of gas. I just told my opponent to end my suffering. Oh, man. Let's get in for one here. Or just hold up blocks. Let's hold up blocks. Storm Tamer is gas for days. No, opponent has so much removal here, it's insane. Let's see. He's used 2 Magma Spray, 2 Savage Stomp, 2 Abrade, 6 removal spells, 2 creatures we countered, and then Commune. When you have all the removal spells, how is Pirate playing? Clicks on live stream. End my suffering. That bad, huh? No, Jake, it's actually kind of fun. It's just right now we had an awkward game 1 with a terrible hand, and then game 2 we drew into some terrible stuff. And also our opponent has so much removal. It's ridiculous. Oh my gosh! This is not a dinosaur deck. This is a removal deck. Oh, man. Let's see what's here. A ship Oasis? Okay. Concede. GG. Goodness gracious. Let's go to match 5 here. We're 3-1. Not bad, not bad. Dino Control. That sounds like a really good toy line. I should really make that. Dino is the new energy. I agree. Yeah, Grixis Pirates might be the way to go with all the value pirates like Daredevil and Hostage Taker. I agree. Plemin, I think that's probably the way I'm going to go. Next week, I definitely will have a build for the Grixis Pirates build. I like this opening hand. Quite good. Let's keep it. We're on the draw, though. Interesting idea. Green-red Dino Control. Where GG stands for goodness gracious. It's true. Very true. Let's get a mountain out here. Go for a Firebrand. Watch it die to a Fatal Push. Nope. Sweet. Yeah, won't even let me swing. Tried Naya Control. Didn't really work at all. Like 0%. Aw. Okay. Ooh, Gifted Aetherborn. Would love to get into a Spire Bluff for now or a blue mana this next turn. Did not. Let's go for Unclaimed Territory. Pirates. And then just go for a Orkite Marauder. Pass turn. Don't want to lose just yet. This could be mono black. This could be white black vampires. We'll see what happens. Black white control? Perhaps. They didn't mulligan, I believe. They mulligan to 6, yeah. Push on the Marauder. Getting in for 2. Wow, no attacks. Interesting. Are they stream sniping? Can they tell that I want to use some raid abilities? Let's get a Storm Tamer out. And pass. All right. Passing turn again. 5 cards in their hand. Weird. There we go. Let's go for a Sprinter here. Let's get in for 3 points of damage. 1 in the air, 2 on the ground. Unblockable. Could do a push to the Storm Tamer here if they want to. Doesn't look like it though. All right. Territory. They might have just been held back on mana the entire time. This is a vampire deck. Might be mono black, perhaps? Nope, white black. There we go. Lord. Is it the Lord coming in? Lieutenant? There it is. Would love to get into some blue mana for the Unsummon or Charter Course. Rurouni Kenshin was the best animated live-action adaptation, most because it was basically a martial arts movie. Darren, I absolutely agree with you. I love Rurouni Kenshin. That's actually one of the mangas I actually own personally. Yeah, they made 3 of them. Alright, it's getting in for 3. Lifelink. Alrighty, come on. Well, it's not what I wanted. Sprinter once again. Just getting it for 5 here. Haven't seen the live Rurouni Kenshin live action movies. They're quite good, Anthony, if you like Kenshin. Forsaken Sanctuary coming in tapped. A card that a lot of people are wanting to play in their decks, but I feel like is a bad move because it is a tap land, so it does slow you down on the play, especially when there are so many aggro decks in the format. Yahenni. Getting in now for 6, 7, 8. Ouch, drop me down to 9. Okay. Well, sometimes you have those draws where you just die. We definitely just want to keep up blocks here. Been tempoed to death, like your opponent's deck. Yep, this is looks similar to the deck we had yesterday, except of course for Yahenni. Another lieutenant here. Ouchies. Yeah, we're just going to concede. Nothing we can do about that. Let's go to sideboard here. Go to game 2. Starfleet Daredevil could come in here against the Fatal Push cards. Cannonade could also come in against the Lords and the cheaper vampires. Negate and Lookout's Dispersal could come in. I think Lookout's Dispersal is a bit better in this particular matchup. I don't like Protean Raider here at all. Let's take out a Sprinter. Let's take out probably Fanatical Firebrand. Marauders are very good here against the Yahenni, so we're going to keep those in. Let's take out one Storm Tamer. Take out a red mana. Take out, not a strike. Let's keep strikes in. Take out Shock. A Braid. Oh, you think it's probably on a Monument deck? Yeah, we could bring those in over some Shocks. Take out a Charter Course. Let's take out a Daring Buccaneer. And let's take out one Fire Cannon. Just have one. Submit. Alright, let's see what we can do in game 2. Come on, opening hand. Play first? Yes. 4 lands, correct mana, 2 Sprinters, and a Storm Tamer. I'm fine with that. Alright, let's get out the Storm Tamer here. I am very excited, though, to show off the Grixis deck next week. That's going to be exciting. So there's Dinosaurs tomorrow, and then on Monday, probably we'll do the Green-Black Explorer deck. Maybe. Really depends. I do want to try and get back into Modern and Commander soon, so because we were doing that at a pretty decent clip on the channel. Let's get in Storm Tamer here. Let's see if they want to trade here. Alright, it's 6. Actually, at 5. If they have a push to the Storm Tamer, they do not. They have Legion's Landing. Four cards in hand. Maybe no attacks. No attacks. Good for us. Let's go for a land here. Let's go for the Sprinter. And then just attack out. Okay, 4 cards in hand. Let's see what they have. If they have Yehini on this turn. If they have Yehini on this turn, they do flip Legion's Landing. And they will be able to gain a life back thanks to the Vampire with lifelink. Gifted Aetherborn, okay. Assuming an attack with the lifelinker here. Maybe the Duskborn Sky Marcher? Nope. Okay. Okay. Getting in for 1. Going up to 16. We're going down to 19. Going to plus it, actually. Get 2 points of lifelink damage. That's why they didn't do attack with the Sky Marcher. That makes sense. Let's keep the dispersal up here. They have 3 cards in hand. Is anyone thinking of making a mill deck? I don't know, Jimmy. There's really not that much from Rivals that add to the mill deck. Could look into that, though. Of course, it does flip a Danto there. Alright. 4 mana. Going for Sanctum Seeker. We're going to Lookouts Dispersal that. Ouchies. What's up, Sean? We're doing pretty good. We're 3-1 right now with this Izzet strategy. Let's go for a strike on the Aetherborn here. Then go for a Sprinter. And get in for 6 points of damage. Dropping them down to 10. Is it working? Yeah, pretty goodly. Pretty well. Goodly. What? Pretty well. Of course, it does depend on our opening hands and cards we have, so. Bug counters deck with Herald of Streams. I just feel like Herald is a little too slow, but you know, that's my opinion. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. I have lifelink here, but they're still going to take 6 points of damage. They could take 2 points of lifelink here, but they needed 1 white mana to do that, so maybe if it, yeah, there's a push. Okay. Getting in for 1, I would assume. Yep. They have a Danto here, actually, to pump with a Sky Marcher, so they can go to 12. Herald is too slow. At turn 4, all creatures are now in Merfolk. I just feel like turn 4, you want to do something else that's a bit more impactful. Let's go with just attacks here. Nice. Getting in for 5. Technically only doing 2 points of damage if they do the Sky Marcher. Although they didn't do it this particular turn. Very strange. Also was expecting a block there too. Got into a swamp, 1 card in hand. Turn 3 Rishkar, turn 4 Herald is just a blowout. I mean, Snake is great, Rishkar is great. Herald at turn 4, why not something else that does counters, like gives counters? Because Herald doesn't give counters, just makes them unblockable, correct? Getting in for 2. Alright, we just need to board into a lightning strike apparently, and then we win. Making them unblockable is a point. Yeah, but again, it's like, I mean, you have something else you could use. Oh, come on, land. Come on. They can go down to 2 here, but they can gain 1, 2, 3, 4 points of life back this next turn. Luckily, they're getting into lots of mana. And not using the token creator. I mean, I guess they did, didn't they? Yeah, getting in for 3, then pumping for 4. Makes sense to me. Planning on running any Elder Dinos in your Dino deck tomorrow. That's a secret. Yeah, Henny's expertise is fantastic in the meta right now. Such a great card. Definitely making another token producer this turn. Come on, any burn spell, basically. Don't give me a land, please. We are at the cusp. Why? 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 Alright, so we just have to wait now. Annoying. So we can get in for 5 points of damage. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They get us down to 2. If they have Yahini, then we're dead. Drawing in 3 lands in every single, like, 3 turns in a row is really frustrating, so. We could be conservative here and get in for 3, but obviously they're going to gain the life back. If we attack in for 5, they go to 1. And then that would mean they would have to board into something. They also don't have white mana to make a token here. Sure. Justin, I'm going to be putting up a poll after the stream today on my Twitter. But more than likely, it'll probably be Naya or Gruul or green-red. He has 5 damage right here. Legion's Landing. All we need is a shock or a lightning strike. He didn't pull in anything that turn. He played Legion's Landing, so. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then pumping for 1, getting in for 5. All right, deck. I want anything, basically. Well, not anything. I want a burn spell. Even Lannery Storm, maybe. Okay. Come on! What? Okay. Alright. That's just not fair. So we can get in for 5 here, drop them to 1 again, and then they swing back and we lose. 2. And then now that they have 3 creatures, we can't win, so now we have to concede. All right, it's game 2. Actually, that was it. That was game 2. Got me all discombobulated. Goodness. Let's update the listing. I'm salty, especially if you draw 4 lands in a row. I'm just like, what? Especially when it's a lower curve, like 22 lands or 21 lands. I believe we took out a land in that second game. So, it's just annoying because I'm just like, come on. We're better than this. We know it. We're better than this, man. Lifelink is strong with this one. Yeah, Matthew, it sure is. But we had, you know, shocks, lightning strikes, braids we could have done for killing the Sky Marcher there. Just sad. Just sad. But that's going to do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I had fun with this Izzet deck. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to. Tomorrow will be dinos. So we'll be stomping around with those big monsters tomorrow. And yeah, had fun. Hope you had fun. Enjoy your day. If you're out in the snow, bundle up. Be safe. Don't drop your phone. But I'm out, guys. Later.